All right, we are live, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. It is Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, and you are listening to the OU Flag Guys pregame OU Alabama preview show. I'm joined tonight by Sean and Gavin as we have arrived at the final fourth of the season, and OU has a huge conference matchup. The narrative is set. OU faces the other Crimson team, well, one of the other Crimson teams in the SEC on their home plate for the first
There's
time
two.
in two.
There's two.
There's only
There's three.
two.
Arkansas has
who's
the same
third?
uses the same color palette.
Yeah, Arkansas's not people. Fuck
no,
them. Arkansas,
no.
they're not people.
No.
Fuck Arkansas.
Sure. Regardless, the other Crimson team over in Alabama, we're visiting them for the first time since 2003 as we face off against the Alabama Crimson Tide. For OU, I think everyone's pretty simple. You win out, you're in the college football playoff. For Alabama,
Oh no, don't say that, Josh. I've heard just because you win out doesn't mean you'll get in. Losers.
Those are losers. They're wrong. Like you beat Alabama.
Guaranteed get in if it's because you win out. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are, because they're not going to leave out a 10-2 team. And whether people like it or not, if Alabama
leave out a 10-2 team, it's just like we'll have wins on our Miami got left out at 10-2. They just didn't beat anybody last year.
Correct.
That's why they got left out.
What it would come down to is where I see it is if OU wins out, it's 10-2. They have quality wins. They have some really good wins on the away side, and it comes down to it bumps them up probably most likely hosting a playoff.
Yeah, you're hosting a playoff game.
Yeah, you are.
Correct. If they win and then throw up on themselves against Missouri or LSU, that's where stuff gets really, really sticky from it. But one game at a time at this point. But I mean, on paper, where we just got the injury report, which I'll start with you, Sean. With it, obviously the big news I think would be Jaden Jackson and R. Mason Thomas being on questionable air quotes.
Well, I mean, R. Mason Thomas is always going to be up in the air. Jaden Jackson, we have no idea what it is. It could be so I don't know what it is. I can't speculate. So the fact that he's 50-50 is a good sign, at least for what it is. Sure. Maybe he got dinged up in practice or something. Shit happens. Sure. Maybe he got a sprained ankle. Who knows?
Sure.
You don't want to. It would suck to lose him if you can't have him for Saturday. That would suck. R. Mason Thomas, it's like I'm guessing the only reason R. Mason Thomas could potentially play, it's his quad. He pulled something. If he tore something, he's done for the year. He's like Triple H done for the year. So that's a reference way back when. But quad injuries like that can linger. It just depends how severe it was. It was enough to pull him out of the Tennessee game. It's been a couple weeks.
They didn't release like a grade or anything like that, did they?
No. Brent said he was doing some stuff to the side by himself. That's the only thing we've really heard on anything. They haven't interviewed him this week. I'm not concerned about potentially not having him as a way we can't win the ball game. Like R. Mason Thomas is a guy, God, yes, you'd love to have him. He's awesome. But we have the horses and Taylor Wine and like PJ and Marvin Jones Jr. and Denny Okoye can finally get some more snaps. And, even if Jaden Jackson can't play, which would suck, you still have David Stone, Grayson Halton, and you still have Dominic Williams. You have Marcus Strong.
Depth,
So it's like, oh my God, we have quality depth in the SEC. What a shock. This is what months like this, games like this are built on. Like you have to have elite depth in order to be in the position Oklahoma is in right now. Yeah. I think the bigger news for Oklahoma in a positive note is look who's probable. Kobe McKenzie. Kobe McKenzie is probable.
Yeah.
Derek Simmons is probable. And I think the biggest thing no one is talking about, it's early, but no one's talking. I think Keontae Lewis being probable is huge for Oklahoma. And I'll tell you why. Is Keontae Lewis some game breaker wide receiver? No. But what Keontae Lewis was for John Mateer early in the season, he was a great safety valve for him in games. He was a dude you could count on to get open and get a catch. Not for 2 yards, not for 3 yards. He'll move the sticks for you. So, I mean, Satania has been that guy, and Deion Burks has, for the most part, has been reliable. But Keontez Lewis is a guy I think has been very undervalued since his absence.
Yeah.
And now that Mateer is starting to look a little bit like he did earlier in the year, and you combine that with Keontez Lewis coming back, that just gives you a valuable tool in this offense to keep the offense on the field in key situations. You combine that with the offensive line coming together a little bit, and Torrey Blaylock played like one snap 2 weeks ago. He's not even on the report, so hopefully that's a great sign there. You would like to get either Taylor Tatum or a Javonte Barnes back this week, so we'll see how that goes. You just want to have a little bit more depth in that room if possible. I'm not asking them to play a bunch of snaps, but I wouldn't mind Javonte being in there for pass protection or, just the little things he does well. So I think it's obviously the Jane Jackson news is out of left field. We'll see what we hear rummaging through OU reports this week, or because people will talk to somebody and it'll end up in a Discord server somewhere. But the point of the matter is like, I think this is as good as you could have asked for if you're an OU fan right now, because there was no way our Mason Thomas was going to be probable, in my opinion. I just never saw that happening. The best case was 50-50 at questionable. And if he can go, he can go. He's going to try. If he's not 100%, I think he becomes a liability. He's not as effective, and you need to have guys who can go full blast if you're going to try to take down Ty Simpson in this offense passing attack. So good news for Oklahoma there.
I think that's an agreement, and I think that's a good segue as well. Of like, I'm using your precise words for it, Sean. But
don't do that. I say a lot of bullshit that I regret all the time. So
this isn't bullshit, but because I think it mirrors both sides of which Oklahoma team and which Alabama team are we going to get this weekend. And again, quoting you, it's not bullshit. Is if OU plays smart football as they did against Michigan, against Auburn, against Tennessee, they have a very good chance to win.
They didn't always play smart football in those games.
Okay, not smart, competent. If they play competent football,
if they take care of the football. If they take care of the football, I think Oklahoma can win somewhat comfortably. Meaning they're in control of the football game with a lead. That's right.
To me, they're in the fourth quarter still. That's how I see it. That they're not getting blown out. They're not blowing somebody out. It's going to come down to the.
Oh, did you hear Josh Pate said we're losing by 2 scores? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did. I watched Josh Pate's stuff, and
Josh, I want to tell you something. Josh, I want to tell you something right now. I am so confident that Bama is going to win by 2 scores. Now, let me take the next 10 minutes to tell you why I'm scared of Oklahoma.
Yeah, that was.
Fuck you, Josh Pate. Fuck you. You both sides of your mouth, motherfucker.
I don't want to take. I don't want to steal your thunder on this one, Sean. But you're right. When I watched, I was just like, he says the run game is irrelevant, but that's kind of the big thing. Is like if we get the run game going, like that's kind of big. Same thing with Bama.
I literally heard him say something along the lines of, "Well, they haven't needed the run game all year." So it's like, well, you know what? When my engine light comes on, my car runs fine for the 6 weeks it's on. Nothing's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
My engine light, I don't need to stop at AutoZone and ask them what it means or go to a shop or anywhere. It's like, it's like the engine light's on, check engine light, but you know what? I don't need to check it.
Yeah.
They're leading. We've struggled running the ball this year. We have.
Yeah.
They're worse than us. Their leading rusher has a total of 300 something yards. 300. I don't want to hear it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
you Mr. Clean.
I think that's what gets to me is with Josh Pate is. I think with Josh Pate too, it when listening to his segment, and again, I watched it during lunch, so I was able to catch kind of the big bullet points from it, but it made it sound like this is like OU facing 1,000-yard offense difference when it's, I think, only 300 throughout the year. Like this is not, there's not a gap with it. Like Alabama's not nearly this unstoppable force that they were several years ago on offense. Yeah, and Gavin, go right ahead. I know you've been wanting to hop in. Go right ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's not. I mean, honestly, it's like what they got pretty much like I think one of the worst rush defenses as well too, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not
As
the
well,
worst. It's just
but
not special.
it's
I think
no,
it's
it's
top
nothing really special.
75.
I mean, yeah, like top 75. I mean, this is like it could be a toss up for anybody at this point. This is not the Bama of Saban or anything like that, where we have like Derrick Henry or Mark Ingram or anything like that at all. No,
Yeah.
this is not the same Bama team. It's
They
like
would kill.
I know. It's like they would kill to have that back in relevancy, if anything. I just cannot see this same Bama team being able to basically, blowing out OU. And I mean, I can still see this as a toss up, yes, but it's nowhere to where Bama's going to blow out OU. I'm sorry. I'm just getting tired of all
Bama.
this.
Well, and again, probably stealing your thunder, Sean, for it, but we both came kind of the same conclusion. No one's blown out OU this year. Have they scored points? Yes. But has anyone really blown us out of the water? The answer is no. Like,
No.
I know people want to circle around to that Texas game, but again, that was a special team score and a touchdown. Like, there was not any true games where opponents have blown us out.
Bama would sell their first, second, and third cousins for Justice Haynes in a boot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who's at Michigan. So
Yep.
I don't want to hear this crap about the run game doesn't matter or the stopping the run doesn't matter. It's just absurd that I'm hearing this come out of his lips.
Yeah.
Like fuck your chalices, fuck Mima, fuck your paper pop, fuck your model, all that shit. Like, I'm so sick of people trying to tell me, well, that's not what he said, though. No, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth again. He wants to have it both ways so that when after big games, when he's wrong, he can circle back and say, well, I said this, because when you say everything out loud and then I have the video to show I said this thing, that's his whole ploy.
Right. It's what you said kind of in the beginning of the season, that he plays both sides of it, and he doesn't hard commit to
he placates.
Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. He placates.
Josh
he doesn't want to rock the boat.
And Josh placate, and he picked Bama to win the national title, so he's invested there. And then he actually reminded people that he picked Mateer to win the Heisman. And then he actually had to admit he's going to be wrong on that. Yeah, I'm going to pick Mateer to win the Heisman with OU going 8-4 in my playoff predictions. Fuck you.
Well, and you criticized him that earlier in the season, too.
I'm so sick of his shit. And he's a petty bitch, too. Like, he goes on Twitter to troll people because he's a petty bitch.
I mean, honestly, I've kind of got to the point where I've just sort of muted and blocked him at this point, honestly. I mean, that's like, I don't really care what he says, because it's like he just basically is just doing it nothing but for clicks and likes, honestly, at this point.
Well, no, it worked. No, and to his credit, it works. He knows what he's doing, but he play. I just hate the fakeness of him. Everything about him is fucking fake. You know what? If you're an asshole about it, I respect you more. As long because
you own it at that point.
Yeah, I'm a fucking asshole troll myself, but I don't pretend to be a nice guy. I don't pretend that I'm being nice to everybody. I tell you how I fucking feel. So, like I said this week, I think OU and Texas are both going to win this weekend. I don't. So you don't want Texas to win? It doesn't matter what I want or not. I think they're going to win. I think Texas matches up pretty well with Georgia. So I think OU and Texas will both win, and it will be like the story of the weekend.
Yeah.
Now, if Texas doesn't win, it's not going to shock me or anything. But I'll say, but I'm not going to sit here and go, "Hey, I told you Georgia would do this." No, like for me, Georgia. The only thing I can say nice about Georgia is they found a little bit of a pass rush against Mississippi State, but again, it's Mississippi State. So, and Texas doesn't have the greatest O-line, so if they get going there, I wouldn't be shocked either. But at the same time, I think if Texas has finally found a little bit of rhythm on offense, I think that's going to be dangerous for Georgia because if they get in a shootout like they did with Ole Miss, can they survive another one of those?
Well, it's exactly what you said, though, with Bama is what Texas team are we going to get at Georgia? Are we going to get the Texas team that was Vanderbilt where Arch looked very competent, or are we going to get the Texas team that struggles to throw a 5-yard pass? It could be either.
I don't think we're going to get that. I think that's kind of mostly gone now.
Yeah,
because it was just that was just so apparently just awful. It was just, dude, like did someone quantum leap into you and they don't know how to play football?
yeah.
Like seriously, it felt like an episode. Oh boy, and he doesn't know what he's doing. But getting back to Bama, they're on a home game winning streak. They've only lost 2 conference games at home. All these things that works into their favor, the home crowd and everything.
The refs also. I think Eric on your stream said the refs too are like,
fuck the refs. I'm not going to go into this game about refs because it's a waste of time. There's nothing that's not something you can control. You just can't. So you might as well not worry about it. If it happens, it happens.
Sure.
You try to overcome it. I'm going to stick to what I've been saying all year. You have to overcome that shit.
Sure.
The way you overcome that shit is like limiting the little mistakes. Don't give them easy flags.
Which is perfect of what you said. Penalties have been a problem for us all. That to me is my big circle of like.
There are certain penalties you can avoid regardless. It is possible.
Yeah.
So, but for Alabama, it's like it does like Ty Simpson. If Oklahoma can't get pressure, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long afternoon. So, which I think Oklahoma can get pressure, and if you get Ty Simpson in 3rd and +10, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, it's like Brent's not just going to drop 8 all the time. That's not going to happen. He's going to bring the heat. He's going to bring the heat a lot of times. And Ty Simpson, to his credit, has made some of those throws. That's why Alabama is where they're at. So it's going to be a battle. And this is for Oklahoma, we could talk about who needs this game more or revenge factor. It's like Oklahoma needs this football game because whatever the difficulty level you personally put on the Missouri and LSU game, winning those games is not going to give you any bonus points from this point on. You have to win them, but you ain't getting credit for beating Missouri now. You ain't going to get credit for beating LSU. Those games of getting like, those aren't going to matter. You're expected to win those games now.
Correct.
OU is probably going to be favored against LSU. We'll see what Missouri is.
I think they will be. There wouldn't be any reason why they wouldn't be because they're going to be at OU. It's going to be at home.
Probably. I want to see what the line is for that one once we get to Sunday. But
it's going to be what you say, the bettor's nightmare, 5.5.
You think it's going to be 5.5 again? Minus 5.5 OU? You think so?
I do. Because without Missouri's quarterback, I just don't see like I said before Tennessee,
5.5.
I had zero faith. You could finish out the season. Now that tone that has completely changed. That's flipped itself. They've given me something to work with. I think it is going to be 5.5 at home. I think I just have this gut feeling. I just don't think they're wanting to have it higher, and I don't think they want to have it lower either.
I just want to go in there and take the crowd out early if possible. And Mateer's going to set the tone early. Mm-hmm. And I think Mateer's ability to run the ball a little bit is going to help because Ty Simpson is not a statue, but he's not a great athlete either. He's somewhere in the middle. If Ty Simpson needs to get you 3 yards, he might get you 3 yards. If he's like bootlegging out, there's like a lot of like a pass coverage out there, maybe.
Yeah.
But I am
make him play 10 on 11. That's how I work at it.
Yeah. Well, and to me, that's the big thing is penalties, but also too, Brent's got to control the middle 7 and he's got or the middle 8 of the second quarter. Like you really got to. We can't have mistakes where we're just handing the ball back. Same thing with the under 7 in the third quarter. I think those are going to determine who's going to win the game at that point. And when that happens, you see that OU has won those games.
You got to do what you got to do 2 weeks ago. Take care of the football, take points, put Sandell out there if you have to. Just don't put yourself keep yourself even if you're in control of the football game, keep yourself in the football game by just not doing stupid shit. Because if Alabama has a streak, at least you built up enough equity in the first half or the third quarter to stave it off or whatever. I'm just looking at this game as like, get out of there if you like with at all costs with a W. No one's going to care. No one is going to care how much you win this game by if you can win it.
Correct.
Like if OU wins by 10 points, great. If they win by 1 point, great. Doesn't matter to me. So
just as long as you get the win, that's all that matters.
I'm hearing Greg McElroy trying to talk about, well, this committee has told us they don't always care about head to head. It's like because I'm hearing. I keep hearing all that because people cannot comprehend. People are not able to computate all these scenarios because we have 12 teams now. Because I keep hearing this bullshit from people. Well, you don't want to be tied with Texas if you're 10-2, or if you're 10-2 and they're 10-2. Why not? We're both in. Because there's only going to be so many SEC teams. Like, but if you beat Georgia and Alabama, those head-to-heads are going to come into play at some point if you're all tied. So, this idea that you beat Bama but it won't matter is like, no, it's going to matter. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter if it's something like LSU where you face them early in the season, they just completely crash out. That's where it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, and honestly,
which ain't gonna happen with Bama. Bama's solid.
Yeah, and honestly, like these rankings too. It's like it's not really anything. It's just basically like I don't want to say like they put them on a board wherever they like them or anything else though too. I know they put them in there for certain reasons and everything too. But I'm at the point to where it's like, it's not really anything final. We still got like another 3-4 weeks. And we also basically like, even if we lose this game, I want us to win this game. But there's also going to be a lot of other outside factors and everything. I know we got to be able to win and be able to, win out the rest, to be guaranteed. But, you also have to look at this. You got Texas and Texas A&M facing each other. And it's just going to be like other factors too, where other teams are also going to be played. You got Pitt and Notre Dame also playing against each other as well. So it's like, we just even though we got to take care of our business, there's a lot of other outside noise factors that are in fact as well.
Yeah, but I'm not I'm not going to start worrying about that stuff.
No, I'm not either. I'm not either.
And even then, it's like I keep, because people keep bringing up the 9-3 scenarios, because
they're trying to wish cast, and I understand like that existed if everybody on our schedule remained the same, but that's not anymore. It has to be
they are wish casting, but they're phrasing it in a way like I hear Stoya say, well, 9-3, I still think they could get in, but then this, they're trying to like. It's like they're trying to soften the blow.
They're wish casting.
It's not even. It's not even wish casting. It's like super. It's trying to soften the blow that your season's over, guys. If we don't win on Saturday, if we don't win on Saturday, the season's over. It's just straight up is, because the narrative of 9-3 getting in has totally flipped to Texas, and deservedly so. Because if they go 9-3, like they have the schedule and the resume that would reflect a 9-3 team you'd put in the playoff. They would have they would have the wins over the quality opponents you would want. Oklahoma has some nice wins, but they're not going to compare to what Texas would have. So the 9-3 narrative that we talked about for fun at the beginning of the year is done for Oklahoma because of Missouri, because of LSU. Those games,
I would even go as far to say
they don't have the marquee anymore.
Correct. And I would even go as far to say that the only game to me on the schedule for Texas that could equal out where it could lose some of its luster would be Vanderbilt. But Vanderbilt's still a solid.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter if you beat Georgia, lose to A&M, or beat A&M and lose to Georgia. None of that's going to matter, because you're going to have like a top 5 win if you split one of those
on the road. On the road.
They host A&M.
They host A&M.
No, they host A&M. But the point of the matter is,
I meant OU, that you'd have a top 5 win on the road, and that's hard. That's hard to do.
For OU, yeah.
Yeah.
But So I end literally almost every video now, guys. 9-3. You gotta get that out of your head because I keep people because you know why? Because I know why that pops up because you don't want Texas to win this weekend. It's like, why? Who cares? Because of the 9-3. Because people are thinking 9-3.
No, because
you don't want Texas to win. It's like, it doesn't matter. Texas winning or losing is irrelevant at this point to me.
Correct. To me, the only way Texas would impact us if there's a true, like, hey, there is one spot left. Guess what? They're going to get it. A, because the narrative has played into that, but also, two, they did beat us, and they are going to play that into account.
I try to tell people
being injured.
But I try to tell people, guys, if OU and Texas win this weekend, it's not OU and Texas that got to start worrying. It's Alabama and Georgia that got to look behind their back a little bit and say, uh-oh.
And Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt's trying to get that last spot, and I think
Vandy needs way more help because they lost to Bama, they lost to Texas. I think
I'll throw this in. I think too, hypothetical, OU and Texas does win. One team in the top 12 that absolutely should be worried.
Notre Dame.
Absolutely.
Notre Dame.
And I think that's why they're trying to wish cast OU and Texas to lose. So they're precious.
Yeah, Notre Dame needs OU and Texas to get the F out of their way. Or they're yipping at their heels, even though we shouldn't be yipping at their heels because who the hell have they beaten outside of SC?
According to
SC's a nice win, but it's not end all be all.
No, it's not.
It's going to be Pitt this weekend. Don't you know that, Sean and Gavin? They are.
Pitt? Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to really push that narrative too.
Hey, Narduzzi, you want to go back to Michigan State and rebuild that program when you were running their defense back in the day?
Yeah.
It's their version of Brent. So,
but again, I think Notre Dame is the team that's like they want both teams to lose because they at that point, yes, who have you beaten? Oh, you can say Michigan, Tennessee, Alabama, Notre Dame. Who have you beaten? No,
I had people try to tell me that Michigan potentially winning the Big Ten would be bad news for us. I'm like, why?
No.
Well, if we're 9-3 again with the 9-3, you need to stop with that shit.
Correct. The only way I look at it as I've thrown some messages at you over the past couple of weeks. It's like the Notre Dame stuff with their running back Love. If you aren't getting the hype now, in the last quarter of the season, you're not getting it. It's just like now. 9-3.
This is the worst Heisman year I can remember in a long time.
Yeah, and we'll circle around to that. But what the analogy I'm getting at is at this point, if the scenario's not already there, and yes, I understand stuff has worked in OU's past and in its favor, but if it's not there now, just rule it out. 10-2 or it's bust. That is where it's at, and that's a success for the season. Absolutely. Like right now, it's where everybody said, where would you take the 9-3 scenario? Right now, based on how everything is, the season is a success because you're in the running. You control. OU, for all intents and purposes, controls its destiny. They went out, they're in. Alabama. I would say Alabama too, as well.
I would just bet. I wanted to bet money with people. It's like, you want to bet? We'll put money if OU wins out that they're in the playoff or not. Want to bet?
That people would lose their mind.
If you think Brian Kelly's lawsuit with LSU was the biggest news in college football, a 10-2 Oklahoma team who beat Alabama gets left out.
Who does not have injuries. Like, this isn't a Florida State situation. This is they're pretty healthy. Yeah. Oh, people would lose their minds. They probably lose their mind as much as I'm losing my mind on the stadium stuff. Like, it would be catastrophic. That would be the true. Yeah, I could vent about that.
Texas reported nothing on their availability report. They have nobody. There's not a single name on there.
What?
Do you believe that?
No.
I mean, what is it? It's no punishment. Like, if they don't report it, it's a slap.
Come on, you're telling me you don't have some random douchebag who's got a sprained ankle. Come on now, you have nobody. You're 100% healthy in mid-November. Fuck you, Texas. Come on. Like something's up there. Like, it could be an error or that someone forgot to file it or whatever. But it's we have to post it. It's time. It's there's nobody at the report. Actually, you know what? For shits and giggles, let me go back to the previous week because for fun, let's go back to the previous week. Wait, they didn't play the previous week, so
no, they didn't. So
You know, I'll look at this later because I thought it was going to give me a little page thing.
Was that the Vandy game that they played last? So maybe that week probably.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been like a couple weeks ago. So because they, wait, did they play last week or no? They didn't.
No, they were off last week.
We were off. We were both off. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, but yeah, just we're also like people are looking at Big 12 tiebreaker scenarios and ACC stuff. What I find funny, the SEC is still not settled yet. It feels like A&M feels like who do they got to do? If A&M just beat South Carolina, they're in. I think they clinch a spot by beating South Carolina this week. So if they do that, they're in. But that second spot, it is. I think Bama would.
I think Bama to me is in unless they lose to us and Auburn. Then I would.
They need to beat.
I don't think a 9-3 team gets in.
Hang on, let me. Well, it's about conference wins. So Bama's undefeated. So Bama would have to win this week. Okay, if Bama wins this weekend, Georgia were to lose, and Ole Miss and Texas, Georgia and Texas play each other, so one of them's going to lose. I think. Yeah. I don't think Bama can clinch a spot yet.
I mean, A&M would definitely be a clinch for sure. But
yeah, because they would only have one conference game left. Now, here's what's interesting. And this is, I'm going to say this up front so nobody gets mad at me. And this is just stupid fun because we have these stupid calculators. There is a path for Oklahoma to go to Atlanta.
It takes a lot. There is.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. It takes a lot, but I don't think it's impossible.
Correct.
So let's play the game. Let's have fun. This is fun. This is silly.
I'm not gonna spoil it, by the way. I will say for this scenario, it does exist. It's not something like the 10-2, 9-3 scenario where it is cut and dried. There is a scenario. It takes a lot.
You can get to Atlanta. So let me let's pick that. Actually, you know, let's have a fun final weekend. Let's do that. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do that one and that one. Okay, let me just double check, make sure all my ducks are in a row. Okay,
sure.
So to keep it simple, let's have Texas A&M undefeated, 8-0 in conference play. They're in Atlanta.
Sure.
Just keep it. I mean, they could lose to South Carolina. No big deal. If it happens, I mean, it'd be weird, but weirder things have happened. But that's not important. So the first part is easy. Oklahoma's got to win out. All right. Oklahoma's got to win out. So for this weekend, LSU could beat Arkansas, Missouri could beat Mississippi State, Ole Miss needs a loss. So they could lose to Florida, beat Florida. Let's say they beat Florida. And A&M beats South Carolina. If you want this scenario to happen, one specific thing this weekend, other than Oklahoma winning, has to happen. Texas must beat Georgia. Because it's Georgia's last conference game. They only have one loss. You need Georgia to have 2 losses for this to work. So you need Texas to win this week.
Okay.
Are you following me so far?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Week 2, or November 22nd. OU beats Missouri. You know, Tennessee beats Florida. That's fine. Texas beats Arkansas. I mean, if Arkansas can beat Texas, great. Texas does need to lose again, but that's not the most probable way for Texas to lose. You also need Vandy to lose a game to get it to as well. So Vandy has 2 games left against Kentucky and Tennessee. I think Tennessee would be favored against Vandy potentially. That'd be a close game, competitive game, but I think Tennessee over Vandy potentially. So that's another one. So I talked about we need a loss for Ole Miss. So Egg Bowl, weird things happen in the Egg Bowl. We got a bit of an offense with our former OC, Jeff Levy. So I think Brendan Thompson really killing it wide receivers. So I think the Bulldogs of Mississippi State could win a shootout potentially. It's possible. Weird things happen in the Egg Bowl. You need A&M to beat Texas. I think A&M would be favored. Call me crazy.
Yep.
OU and LSU, obviously, Tennessee beating Vandy. But here's the one last thing you need, and I don't think it's crazy. Now, a lot has to happen, but I don't think it's crazy. The Iron Bowl is at Auburn.
Oh.
Now
Yep.
so you need Auburn to beat Alabama. Now, before you yell at me and say I'm crazy, let's take a look at things.
You're not, because
Hugh
I have the same calculator.
Hugh Freeze has been fired. Jackson Arnold is not your starting quarterback. And the one thing you can say about Auburn this year, they've lost a lot of football games, but they don't get blown out. They are in every single football game. The worst loss they suffered this year was a 10-point loss against Georgia. Yeah, weird things happen in the Iron Bowl. We've seen it year in and year out. Auburn's has no chance. Oh, they beat Alabama, or you need a 4th and 24 miracle.
Yep.
If Bama loses, they're a little discombobulated. Auburn sneaks up and bites them. All of a sudden, you have let's take a look here again. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way tie for second place in the SEC, and that tiebreaker would go to none other than Oklahoma.
Actually, it'd be based on unless we have a different calculator, it's a 4-way tie.
1, 2.
I have one where it's OU, Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss.
Well, I have Texas. Well, I have Texas at 6-2 as well. So
I have Texas at 5-3.
Who did you have them lose to? Who else did you have them lose to?
Oh, I had them lose to Arkansas.
Okay, well, I didn't. So I
But that is you are correct though. If that is updated, that still plays into that scenario.
Right. So I mean, you need Texas to lose at least one more game for this to work.
Correct.
So, but the thing that you need to have happen this weekend, other than OU winning, you need to have Texas beat Georgia, because if that doesn't happen, it's over. Because Georgia's done they have no more conference games. So you need it. There is no other path for Oklahoma to get in. You need to have a 4 or 5-way tie.
Yep.
Behind A&M. Now A&M can lose to South Carolina or whatever, but like, the most improbable ones. Ole Miss losing is not. You need Ole Miss to drop a game to either Florida, Mississippi State. 2 chances. It's like Florida's really out of it. That's the problem there. Mississippi State may not be talented enough, but it's a rivalry game. Is that game in Starkville or is that in Oxford?
It's in Oxford.
It's in Oxford. Yeah.
You know what? Either way, I think it's possible. Vandy dropping a game to Kentucky or Tennessee. I mean, I think Tennessee is the most likely one, but
Vandy's out of it at this point. Because no matter what,
I mean, not for the playoff, mind you. They need a little help, but they're going to keep trying.
We were just talking about SEC title. They're out of it.
Yeah. So I mean, looking at the same calculator, Sean, I had the same thing of like OU beats Alabama.
The toughest one I think is Auburn. Even with everything I said, I think that's that would be the holy shit moment if that happened.
Right, to everything to get into the motion, Georgia has to lose this weekend. If they don't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's over.
That's their last conference game.
So,
but if they lose, the other one too is there is a path as well of, ironically, if Texas A&M drops its last 2 conference games between South Carolina and Texas, number 1 and number 2, based on the calculations, is OU and Texas go to the SEC championship in Atlanta.
Really? So if I switch to South Carolina and Texas, you are correct, sir. Wow. So we found another path. We found another path. I stand corrected. I thought I never even conceived of that, but that one, you're asking for South Carolina beat A&M here.
Correct. All I did was just throw that in there of if
I could see Texas beating A&M though. I could see Texas beating A&M, but Carolina, that would be that would be that would be amazing if that went down. An OU Texas SEC title game.
Correct. And that's the thing though. A&M has to lose its last 2 because if they beat South Carolina, they're in.
Right, but I think the first one I gave is the simpler one and the more real, because you need Ole Miss to drop 1 to either Florida or Mississippi State, which is again, Ole Miss will be favored both of those, but
Correct.
It's two opportunities as opposed to one. You're not depending on one thing. The only one where the thing you're depending on one thing specifically is like outside of OU winning out. Got to have Texas beat Georgia no matter what. No matter what, Texas must beat Georgia, and you need Auburn to beat Alabama. So it's
anyway. That's another path though for OU, because even if Texas loses to Georgia, if A&M drops their last 2 games, OU's still the second slot. But lots of stuff has to come into play for that.
Well, let me see that. So you're saying if Georgia beats Texas.
Correct. And A&M loses to South Carolina and Texas, OU's in. It's another road.
We would play Georgia. Okay.
Correct.
So that is the third. See, you're educating me tonight. You're educating me.
Hell has frozen over.
You're educating me.
Man.
And I appreciate that.
Man,
I couldn't even conceive of these outcomes.
Man,
correct.
Talk about it's being realistic. Here.
Right.
My God, Galaxy Brain. GIF. Whoosh.
Hey, a blind squirrel finds a nut every so often.
It's amazing. None of this shit is ever going to happen.
This isn't blind, Josh. This is blind and deaf, by the way.
No. This is just me. Like, everyone, the clock's right.
None of this shit's happening.
Correct. This is the hypothetical. If shit gets crazy, could it happen? Sure. Is it realistic? Sean's route is the most realistic route. I will outright say that. But there is multiple ways for OU to do that, and the Aggie roller coaster
I just
hasn't hit yet.
I just switched Vandy beating Tennessee in the last week of that last one you gave, and it would be Bama and Georgia, and we'd be in third. So you definitely need Vandy to drop a game in this in a lot of these scenarios. So
you're correct.
We need to write. I need to go back. We need to write these down.
So
because there are multiple. Now we have. Okay, now that we have. Listen, I think our odds just went up, Josh. We have multiple paths now. We have multiple paths to Atlanta. We are not out of this race, Josh. We are not out of the race.
We're not. No, we're not. That's the funny part. We're not. And however it works out, the tiebreaker works with just OU. OU has to beat Bama, though. They have to. There is no middle ground.
We are not out of the race. And something is going on with my deal here. Bear with me here for a moment.
Yeah.
We are not out of this race. We are not out of this race. If it'll load my... Don't freeze my browser. Don't do that. Okay, here we go. Now it's working. So, not out of the race at all. I think we have a shot here. Something is loading. I'm totally not delaying for
right. I mean,
for purposes.
The funny part, again, the big thing is there is routes, but the constant is kind of Texas has to drop a game. Or Texas has to drop a game. A&M would have to drop at least 1 or 2 games, and OU has to win out. Like, that seems to be the big constant. And then you can kind of play with, like, well, if Georgia beats Texas, then Georgia is the one that's going over Texas. If Texas beats Georgia, blah 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 blah, and Alabama has to lose 2 games. Like, that is possible.
Mm-hmm.
It is multiple paths. It'll be funny if it happens. I mean, we'll be the first ones to laugh. Who knows? I mean, yeah.
I mean, it would be really nice if we could actually hear this theme music, but instead it goes to these assholes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't get copyright, but I forgot I made that joke video like a couple years ago when there's like, this is what it's gonna look like now.
Yeah. I mean, it's
so
funny.
weird.
You know, the circle to that, because of all the scenarios you're picking, it kind of, I tuned in a tiny bit to your live stream last night for the impromptu, or not the impromptu, that
wasn't impromptu. Those are planned.
Yeah, the planned one. And it's what Eric said is, are you enjoying this more than the Big 12? And it's like, absolutely.
Are you kidding me? I look at are you kidding?
Yeah.
I don't ever watch Big 12. I don't have to watch Big 12 football ever again. It's great.
Correct, because it's trash, and it's quoting you. I don't have to worry about, is Iowa State going to be somewhat ranked?
Is Iowa State going to be ranked this week so we can get a good win? No, I don't have to do that shit anymore. That's so great.
Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah.
God. Our our games matter when they're on television. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I still stand, and I will say I forgot to mention it, Sean and Gavin, you were right. And I thought there was a chance. I never said there wasn't, but definitely Bama and OU is the 2:30 kick. Georgia Texas is going to be the 7, but I do stand by that OU LSU will be the night game at this point.
With if it is
dropping that game,
if it is great, then I just got to figure out first of all, well, I know the government is slated to potentially open soon. Unless there's any fuckery in the House, but
no, it's already passed the House. I think it's heading towards the president's desk.
Okay, so if he's not having a heart attack after being exposed for being a pedophile, he'll sign it. So
I mean, you're not wrong.
We'll see if any of the air traffic controllers come back to work, considering Thanksgiving. It would behoove the president to not treat them like assholes and stop trying to finger point the guys who are at home right now because they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So it's just,
I was speaking with some friends who were driving down for their Thanksgiving were planning to fly in for Thanksgiving. They actually had real talks with their family members like, hey, we need to do some contingency plans because of flights. You never know what's going to happen right now. And I think they were smart about that.
If
may have to take more time off.
If you're flying for Thanksgiving, especially day before, like my dumbass is, because that's just what I had to do. Nobody's flight has been canceled yet. It's too far out. They're not canceling those flights yet. Or trust me, if Thanksgiving flights were canceled now, that would be major national news.
They would 100%.
They would be talking about that. So when people ask me, is your flight canceled? It says on time.
Yeah.
So it is a reason to say it's not on time yet. So all I know is that I'm going to get my ass to the Orlando International Airport at dark 30 if I have to, and I'll go through all the bullshit, get to my gate, and just sit there, and I'll Candy Crush my way to boredom or whatever the hell I got to do or podcast or whatever.
Are you
it
with
is.
Delta or
I'm American. I flew American. I'm flying American Airlines, and I know they have and I know they don't always have seat back entertainment. Sometimes you got to get your phone connected to that shit or whatever, or tablet.
Good.
Delta has built-in seat back entertainment.
I feel bad for you that you have to fly in the sense of I know how small the seats and stuff are for you.
Oh,
it's fat because
you're a tall individual. That sucks.
Well,
I know plenty of tall individuals. That has nothing.
Josh, because I'm such a rich YouTuber and so wealthy.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
E-star YouTuber. I forgot you're doing first class. I'm
a D- celebrity on the internet. I have upgraded certain flights to get the emergency exit row with the leg room. Very important. So.
That's
listen, dude. I paid $700-800 for my tickets. We're counting the extra upgrade seats for the leg room and the emergency exit row. So I know what the hell I'm doing. They say this ain't my first rodeo, boy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm just a peasant.
I overpaid for these. I overpaid for these tickets, but this is why I didn't go to South Carolina, because I'm like, if I'm going to fly home with everything else taken care of, I need that money to pay for a good travel, comfortable travel, because I know what that's going to cost me. I knew it was going to cost me extra. So that's why I said, you know what? I'm not going to South Carolina. I can't afford it. I can't do both.
You know what's wild, Sean, is if OU beats Bama, okay, let's roll with that for a moment.
We going tiger hunting for 2 straight weeks. Tiger hunting.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think of that, but yeah,
tiger hunting. Yeah. We get sweet tigers. We get 3. We have a chance for 3 tiger pelts on our wall this year. That would be fantastic.
And yeah, I'm just thinking of it OU having to play for something and to get to Atlanta. Oh yeah, that crowd's gonna be insane.
Dude, forget Atlanta. Forget Atlanta. If you just beat LSU, go to the playoff, that is gonna be a hyped crowd at 10-2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
especially from all the years we've taken whippings from them. We're about to do what
the people
done to other teams is to return the favor for once.
Well, I mean, they'll be so hyped. The people in the West upper decks will be more than happy to give up their seats at this point.
Yeah, sure. They'll jump off the press box for that. Yeah.
You sacrifice these seats for the greater good. It sucks that there's going to be a few thousand people like dislocated or whatever. Or,
I mean, we might be. Me and Dad might be. And I'm not making that up.
You're not in the upper deck, are you?
There, it goes all the way down to the lower bowl. This isn't just upper deck. It is literally going to be the lower bowl as well. And that's kind of stuff I've been confirmed from it. It's going to be from the lower bowl because you have to move the press box, but they're also changing all the seating and stuff. My understanding is there's some sections, and we're kind of like on the cusp of potential.
You're on your border. You're on the border of yay or nay, kind of right now.
Yeah. I'm hearing right now, no, but Dad's gonna be grumpy if he's like, I'm gonna have my season ticket prices raised again, and that seems to be.
Well, I mean, I got some bad news. I'm afraid I got some bad news. Your season ticket's going up regardless, I think.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I got some bad news.
It just depends on how much too. Like even like some rumors have this last one was like only $37. We're not going to care on that. If it's something like $200 or $300, yeah, that may impact us keeping them. Like it's getting a little pricey at this point.
A steak and a blowjob on you right there. So,
well, when my dad is retired on it, it's definitely like you got to watch the expenses more, health issues, travel, and all that as well, especially with mom. So. Yeah.
Well, you'll again, all this is not going to really it's not going to go. They're not going to start working on a thing till after 27. So
correct. Which is the entire irony is they pick like I know there's no good time to have stadium.
They got to do it at some point.
But man, did they have to pick Florida, Georgia, and LSU again? It's like, could we have not waited just to like 2029 or something, dudes? Like that was gonna be killer.
They got to do it at some point. They got to do it at some point when like there's not a crazy person in office like getting tariffs and like raising prices on shit. So you got to get your donor money when you can and pay for shit and get things going. So,
yeah. Now, I mean, I'm in the minority on it. I don't know, but to me, that's a signal too. If they want to move to the stadium, they know the basketball arena is not going to happen. That's just a gut feeling.
Honestly, I don't give two shits about the basketball arena right now. It's not like I'm interested to see what like they're apparently talking north end zone renovations and like apparently they're going to add seats to the north end zone area.
Oh yeah, that's always been the plan.
Are they going to add a deck over there? Okay.
Yes, that's confirmed.
That's amazing to me because I know like Joe C and all the people in charge are like, we don't want to ruin the exterior look of that and everything. That was like a big deal for them.
So I've heard two things from this. I've heard, again, it's all rumor. It's just happenstance and telephone.
Right.
Half of me has heard Joe C's on his way out. They don't really care about his opinion anymore on that.
Well, yeah, but we'll probably get a new AD hopefully soon.
Correct. The other half I've also heard is like, yes, that front is very nice, but then when you compare it to other stadiums, it looks kind of goofy with how the clock goes. Like, and I understand what they're saying. Like,
so you're willing to sacrifice the clock at this point? They don't give a fuck.
No, well, yes, but it's like how it looks now. It just looks weird instead of it being flush. It's just meh, and it's like we can do better, guys. For it, we can update and make it fine. But yes, the question is going to be more: how many seats are they going to add?
Is it going to be 15? Is it going to be uniform with like the upper deck, or is it going to be okay? Yes. So we're going to like totally bowl in and have like an upper deck. Okay.
Correct. Now the question though again is
it won't be bowled in obviously because of the south end zone, but you know what I mean. So
yes, the question is going to be. And I'll throw this in a third one as well. The other question is where the third deck is. Do they want to eventually have where the upper deck is at, not where the lower bowl is at, the third tier? Do they want to do something with that eventually? I'm hearing yes, and I'm hearing no on that.
Are you talking about the east side?
Yeah, like the east side. Match that with the rest. That's all at the air.
You're getting like I've heard some people like we're not getting 100,000 people in there. That's not happening.
No, that is the plan at one point. That's been confirmed to me now
Dude, we don't have the population for 100,000 seat stadium. We just don't.
So that's why they're trying to push for the suites, is that those two areas are supposed to be like the lower stuff and put all the other crowd in the up.
You're not cramming you're not going to get 100,000 people on the reg.
I mean,
if like
I could see 90 maybe, but not.
Yeah, you could
100.
do you could do 90, but
yeah. I don't disagree. Okay, I don't disagree.
You don't need to be Michigan.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to have 100,000. You really
no,
don't.
It's not.
Having 100,000 people is overrated. It really is.
So it's not Michigan that they for the 100,000. It was Tennessee that they were impressed by. However, the weird part is,
and you know what? You know what? We're 2-0 at Tennessee. So guess what? It's a little overrated.
That's fair. But
I said it.
Yeah,
because it's becoming a meme. Oh, such a tough place to play. 2-0. Yeah, it's such a tough place to play. Yeah, we haven't lost again. Such a tough place. 2-0.
2-0.
It's overrated. So
sure.
I'd rather keep a strong 85 to 90 than
so that's where I'm at, and my own stuff against, because I don't like the process they're doing this. It has to be an infrastructure thing. I wish they would have done the north end zone first and then do the press box.
Well, but the
just
press
so you're
box,
not displacing.
They've been trying to do the press box for 10 years now, and it's like they're finally getting around to it. And they need that press box is so old. They needed to upgrade it a long time ago. And
for people who don't know, for people who watch this video later on, the reason why they haven't is it is one reason only. It is genuinely one reason only. It's ADA. Because any stuff that whenever ADA laws passed,
explain what ADA is to people who don't know what it is.
The Disabilities Act, basically, wheelchair accessibility, any type of disability act, for any type of accessibility.
Those darn liberals.
I know, right? You know, because
wait, I'm one of them. My bad.
Darn it! But it's the Americans with Disability Act. I just said Disability Act.
I'm a disabled veteran officially now. That's great.
Hey, you could bring your placard. You could put it in the car or something, and then you can park closer.
I don't have a placard.
Maybe you could get on the.
I'm not physically I'm not physically disabled. I'm mentally disabled because.
Well. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm sorry.
People have been calling me mentally disabled for years now. They just use other colorful words for it.
Sure, fair. But basically, though, the rule is with ADA, when the law was passed, everything was grandfathered in. But if you make one change, it has to be the entire thing. And it's not talking about I want to recarpet the press box. That's not a change. It's any true infrastructure change. So with the press box, it's all about the elevators, and there was something else. There was a second one, but that's been known. That's why the prices
handrails and stuff like
handrails and everything. Yeah. Everything has to do. So it's all or nothing, unfortunately, with ADA. Working with some cities and stuff on it. It's why getting sidewalks or other stuff is so difficult at times because they have to include that. They can't just.
I hear there's new renderings because it's not going to look exactly like the old one was. It's going to be different. Correct.
It's going to be very, very similar. I have not seen them. According to some people who have, they're like, yeah, it looks pretty close to it. I think for me, the biggest thing is it's not even the expansion. I'm just ready to get rid of our high school lights. I'm ready to get rid of.
They already did. They got rid of those before. They already got rid of.
No, I'm talking about the giant lights on the corners on each side that shine down. We don't have internal lighting. We have external.
Yeah, but I mean they upgraded the lighting from that because they added the LED BS or whatever.
Yeah,
because before the old lights used to be yellow colored lighting. Correct. And you could tell just based on how it looks on television, it was a yellow hue to night games. And you would if in nowadays they have white lighting, so it's a different type of color. It's this is a very nerdy discussion about OU broadcast, but it's whenever I'd play the old video games, they would use white lighting. And it's no, we actually have yellow lighting for real. So the games look a little different. It's very subtle, but you notice it if you know what to look for. But
and it's for good video quality stuff too. It really does help.
Yeah, when you white balance things. Okay, we're getting inside baseball and editing.
Fair, but the point of it is with the stadium stuff, yes, there are going to be phases. I would not be surprised if there's a phase 4. The flip side of it, though, is the trade-off that it was on your channel, Sean, like a year ago, that workout facility, like the new thing, that is indefinitely tabled. Like when Thad left, that's been completely tabled, if not canceled at this point. So the track and all that.
I ain't worried about that shit. Just like people losing their mind over Thad Turnip Seed leaving. That was fun. The fake outrage over that.
Yeah, all 5 people who knew who he was, and
Thad Turnip Seed is leaving. What's wrong in Oklahoma?
Yeah, I will say from the Board of Regents stuff too, and I know it's sport adjacent. My own unpopular opinion is, man, I'm not a fan of the baseball redesign, and I know that's not football talk, but I know it's because they put all the facilities there now versus like having them spread out. Not a fan of the look though. It looks weird. I may change my mind when it's done, but I was like, I liked what they did with Love's Field. Not really a fan of what they're doing with the baseball, but baseball's needed it for a long time. For that. But my question, what I genuinely want to see with the stadium stuff, I want to see what they're doing with the parking garage because of that sacred location that we cannot touch the parking garage. I feel like they're going to demolish it. You have to do something with it to make these improvements start anyway. But Sean is very opinionated about the parking garage.
The parking garage is, that was the one thing holding things back for years. With the parking garage, we can't get rid of the parking garage. Anything but that.
I mean, it's the same thing with Bob's old practice field. That was a holdup for a long time too. And I mean, finally, it finally was moved on.
You can't sacrifice that. It's the most important thing ever. Okay, I'm not going to get into any new things. So,
and I get it. Parking garages aren't cheap to make, but it's whatever. Like, if you're going to redo it, guys, get rid of it all. Well, I think, Sean, you said the timetable for it was 2027 to 2029. I had to explain that to some people. Like, guys, this isn't going to be a 6-month thing like the South End Zone. This is extensive because this is going into the old concrete and trying to make it more stable. Because yes,
the South End Zone took 2 off seasons because they still didn't have all it wasn't done. I mean the
seats were done.
The seats were done, but the practice area wasn't done.
Correct.
Yet, so
correct. The big thing with it is like, I don't think people understand. Is the stadium safe? Yes, but let's get that out of the way now. It's safe, but you're working with old.
Is it safe?
I mean, they have to add concrete every so often for the stability of it. That's why they want to do it, is to get the steel in. Like eventually, they're going to have to redo a lot. So.
No, I wonder if they're going to have that 24-hour that time lapse, the 24-hour camera or the time lapse camera that they had when they.
Yeah.
I clicked on that shit so much during that one off season to see all the new stuff is being added. New stuff.
I am curious, Sean and Gavin, compared to where our stadium, like where it's at now. Do you like our stadium compared to others? Like, I know some of the age and stuff with other stadiums shows, but like, where are you at with our stadium where we're at now?
I like our stadium fine. It's never going to be like anyone's favorite stadium outside of OU fandom or anything. So I don't really care if it is. So,
I mean, I like it at almost as is, honestly, because it kind of gives it more of a taste of like who we are as a state anyway, regardless, honestly. Because like the problem is when you start trying to add more stuff to it, you just start losing a bit of the charm of what makes it special in the first place.
Sure. I'm more of I like some parts of it. It's definitely a hodgepodge right now because of all the in-between construction and expansion. I just hope that when they finally do everything with it, at least like the west side matches like the south and the east side. If you're going to make it look like a palace on the prairie, can we at least match everything at this point?
That's the only thing I'm mad about, the fake name they gave it to force on everybody. Like it's been around for ages. It's like, no, you just that thing is so new in the grand scheme of things. I call it Owen Field.
Yeah.
Palace on the Prairie is like, it was like Bob Berry never called it Palace on the Prairie back in the day. It's like that to me that's a Toby Rowland going forward thing. And it's nothing against Toby Rowland. It's like he's told to say that. Like
correct.
Palace on the Prairie. It's like no one called it that. It's like that's something Barry Switzer would have made fun of back in the day. Palace on the Prairie. Who came up with that shit?
Yeah.
At least that's that's something Steve Spurrier would make fun of. I was like, well, no one calls it that. I don't know any OU fans growing up who called it that ever, because I need to know the story behind that, and it can't come from a marketing room. You know what I mean? It's like, was it did someone in a newspaper say something one day, or was it quoted? Like all unique names to places have a unique origin. But if it's
Death
just like
Valley,
but if your PR department came up with it, it's like it's not as impressive. So
yeah. What I was trying to think off topic.
It's named Owen Field. Why? Because our first really successful head coach once got his arm shot and he walked back bleeding from his arm, and he tied a tourniquet on it, and he lost his arm.
Off a hunting accident, if I'm not mistaken, too. So.
Yep.
Yeah. He was Dick Cheney before Dick Cheney was doing that shit. Except it said he did it in the face as opposed to our coach still getting the arm. So he walked back like a man and took it and got his arm cut off and still coached. That's an awesome story. That's awesome.
Yeah. And
I mean, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think, and I was just remember from the documentary too, was like they were even arguing before state, going through statehood and all that and everything. Back in the day when they were trying to argue about people that were fit of actually teaching and coaching and all that and everything, the crazy bill and everything too about making sure they had all their limbs and stuff like that as well. And they basically shot that bill down because of Benny Owen coaching and everything as well, or something like that of that resort, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I know some fans and stuff, just through other people who visited the stadium. I will say they are surprised at how out of the way the stadium is from the roads and stuff. They're they're surprised when you base it Tennessee or Alabama, where the road's literally butting up to the stadium. I'm like, well, guys, I mean, there's reasons why, but they're actually surprised at it being a walking campus, essentially in a walking stadium. To just as a side note while I'm thinking of it. Last kind of stuff, guys, and then we can wrap up. What other interesting games are there this week? I know Texas, Georgia is going on. What other ones?
I don't really care. I mean, I guess I'll watch Notre Dame and Pitt at noon for morbid curiosity, but that's about it.
Here's my other follow-up question and stuff too. Are you happy with where OU is in the playoff rankings right now?
No, they're exactly where I thought they'd be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with where they are, and honestly, it kind of gives we're in a position where we need to be in, and that we just have to control our own destiny.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, it all depends on what everybody else does.
If we win,
we're the first ones out, aren't we?
Well, yeah. If we win,
we're the first ones out.
Yeah. If we win, how far are we gonna get bumped up? Because it kind of depends, right? Because if you beat Alabama now, just because you got 2 losses, don't mean you can't be above any 1-loss teams. So
correct.
And then Ole Miss would probably be, I don't want to say be in that top contention or anything, but they would definitely be, on that higher chances of where they host a playoff seed as well if they went out too. So that's another thing to think about.
Who in the top 10? Who in the top 10 else can lose? Ohio State, they're not losing to UCLA. Indiana's not losing to Wisconsin.
Yeah, you mean just this week, not in general.
Yeah, I'm talking this week. The Oregon plays Minnesota Friday night. I don't think Minnesota's. No, I don't think that's going to happen. Ole Miss and if Florida's missing some key players. They don't have Dallas Wilson. And I don't. Honestly, Notre Dame's kind of it. Notre Dame and Pitt's kind of it.
It's not top 10, but I think it would be the dagger. I think that TCU can beat BYU.
Yeah, but they're not in the top 10, so who cares?
No, BYU's
they're in the top 12. but I know they would be.
Yeah, but they're not in the. But they're not in
no,
the.
they're not,
No, but they're not in the playoff. Like
contention.
they're not in the playoff conversation right now. They could be ranked 12.
Because here's the thing, it doesn't matter because the ACC, because of how low the rankings are and everything for all the ACC teams, Miami is 15, but they get in because they're in that automatic qualifier as the conference champ.
Yeah, but that's so stupid because Miami doesn't control their destiny to play for the ACC anymore, but yet they have the.
It's Georgia Tech, isn't it now?
Yeah, Georgia Tech should be above Miami.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Georgia Tech or it's
the only reason Miami is above them is because of the Notre Dame thing, and yet Notre Dame's above Miami even though they beat head to head. Miami beat Notre Dame, so it's so stupid when it comes to that shit. I just find it funny. So
I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't say like the committee was making stuff up at this point, but they're making stuff up.
No. I mean, SC in Iowa. You know, if you want SC to lose, then Iowa could maybe beat them.
I think they could. I mean, even looking though at next week and stuff too, it doesn't matter for like top 10. There's not any top 10 game where
there's a lot of cupcake games on the week after.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because even looking at the rest of them, I don't see any outside of Georgia Tech and Georgia. Like, there's not really, and I mean Texas A&M and Texas. Yeah, I'm looking like a week, 2 weeks ahead. Like, there's not really
conference play is wrapping up for a lot of teams because they don't have any. Georgia's wrapping up, and there's obviously some games that matter, but but it's like A&M's playing Texas, we're playing LSU, Vandy's playing Tennessee. So
yeah, I was gonna say looking at the rankings and stuff too. Honestly, if OU wins out, I could see them anywhere but 7, 8, and 9 to host.
It just depends what happens above them.
True. I mean,
you're not hosting at 9, so.
Well, Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, and Alabama, or number 4, whoever that be, would get the bye.
But you're not hosting at 9.
Oh, I miscounted. Yeah, because I was looking at Bama. So it'd be 5, 6, 7. I could see them putting OU at 8, maybe 7. I don't, unless other things went different. I don't think they put us above Ole Miss and Oregon. I do think they put us above Texas Tech, though.
I would love to be number 8 and then play number 1 Indiana in a bowl game. That'd be one of the first bowl games. That'd be great.
Yeah, but do you think they would be able to beat Ohio State though in order to be that 1 seed?
I know. I'm joking when I say that shit.
I know.
It's not happening.
What? Okay, so I'll throw this question at you. It's just hypothetical because it's still 3 weeks off from it. If everything kind of plays into it and OU makes it in, what team would you want to play in the first round?
I don't care.
If it was a home game.
I really don't care.
Gotcha.
There is no team you could throw in front of me that I would be like, yep, gotta play them. I don't care.
Sure.
Even I was gonna say maybe Texas Tech, maybe.
Blah! No, I don't want Texas Tech.
Tech's got a better shot of being a top 4 seed the way things are going
right now. Yeah. I was looking at it. I'm just like, for a home game, man. I feel like there's going to be some rematches and stuff, but I also feel like the inevitable is going to be OU Oregon. I keep looking at that, and
who cares? We can beat Oregon. I'm serious. We can beat them. We can beat those pricks.
Well, you know what would be very funny, and I think there is a possibility for it. Texas playing OU in Norman if Texas drops one. But with the narrative,
you need a lot of shit to happen for it to go that weird.
They beat Georgia, lose to A&M. I could easily see that as they're this seed. They're a number 10 seed. They gotta go.
I don't know. They're gonna drop that far. I don't know.
With 3 losses, though. With 3 losses, they might.
Oh, if they got 3 losses, they're gonna drop below 9. I think.
Depends on where OU is, but it would be
they put their asses. They put their asses. If there's a 9-3 team, they're putting their asses at 11.
I could see that, and I mean that means that
OU's not. I don't think OU's gonna be 6 the way things are going right now.
Yeah,
I don't see OU at 6 unless there's a lot of losses in front.
Well, Bama would have to lose one. I mean, that would take into account Georgia and stuff too. I could see either or. I'd laugh. I'd be like, "Hey, it's a rematch yet again."
I have an idea. Let's beat Alabama. Let's figure that out first.
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Let's do that.
I'm okay with that. I think
things are going to get a little bit more clear this coming Tuesday if we can beat Alabama. So
sure, and I mean,
yeah.
I like everyone said, there's
I'll be right
offensive. Back. Okay, right now it's definitely you're prepared as best as you can at this point, and we'll just have to kind of play out and see what happens. I mean,
yeah, that's pretty much all we can do, honestly, at this point.
yeah. I can see either scenario at this point. I can see OU losing, and I can see OU winning. Like, I really do. It boils down to, is OU going to not start the first quarter flat, and are they actually going to have a solid game plan, which I think they will. But we'll just have to see. Yeah. Well, we're waiting on Sean back. Anything up with you, Gavin? Any other additional thoughts?
I mean, I don't really have anything too crazy or anything. I think, if anything, if we somehow play 11 on 11 instead of a 10 on 11 football, and basically force Alabama being one-dimensional, I think that will definitely be the best part of it defensively. Now, offensively, that's been the other part of it. As much as I would say, probably get X-Rob a little bit more touches, if anything, and probably just establish a little something, kind of respect the run game a little bit. And then maybe and I will say this, for the love of God, I do not want, I know Mateer has issues with deep throws, but just try not to play hero ball. Just be competent and take what the defense gives you. Don't be able to force it. Now, if you're seeing opening to where you can scramble or anything, okay, that's fine. But I'm just saying, you don't have to force it all in your hand either. Just make the positive play. You don't have to chunk. Be able to get 20, 30 yards a chunk. 5, 4, 5, 6 yards is okay too. It's not the worst thing in the world either.
I just hope they establish the run game. That's all I want. I need us to establish the run game and not get away from it, because that seems to be what's going to work. But again, we'll see. We'll absolutely see what happens here in the next couple days. I mean, crimson on crimson clash at this point. So that's really all. Go ahead.
Sorry, AJ Mitchell for OKC is getting a chance for a 4-point play against the Lakers.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they are blowing them out right now after the first quarter, 30-18.
Yeah, the Thunder's doing good, man.
Hey, I mean, I will say this is sort of a one thing. If we had to pick a down year for the Sooners, for the Thunder to go on and everything, this would probably would have been that, last year, if anything. That's all I could say at this point.
Oh yeah, at least we have something to root for. Look at Oklahoma State, man. They've got nothing right now. Their games are atrocious right now.
No, yeah, the only thing is right. You basically get a bunch of shirtless dudes that are.
Whoa! What did I walk into?
You walked into us saying it. If there was a time for OU to be down or something, the Thunder.
I didn't realize there's a party going on.
There was. For OU being down, it's man, at least that's Oklahoma State. They have something to root for in state. It ain't sure as hell not their football team. So I've had people complain we hate going to their games because there's nothing. So, Sean, do you got any final thoughts or anything? Any things upcoming? Cool.
No.
Cool. So, all right, guys, thank you all for joining. Be sure everybody to comment, rate, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live and or upload a video. We will be doing post-game Alabama on Sunday. Whether we win or lose, we'll be here to discuss it, guys. So be sure, again, guys, thanks for joining. Boomer Sooner, only one. Let's go beat Alabama. Talk to everybody later.
See ya.